Sperm creates life. That which creates life, gives you life, if held. It summons the spirit that enters the body. Man provides the spirit, life. From the heavens, women provide the vessel, body, the material. A female's best interest is to seek the most powerful, potent sperm, spirit. It has been my personal experience, they have an intuitive way of sniffing this out. Quality sperm is like honey, heroin, and cocaine mixed together, an aphrodisiac. Their biological body is designed by God to respond near instantly to such a man with the best quality sperm. Their lineage depends on it. Logic must demand, when you hold your sperm, life, those around you will feel your life. The smell oozes from the pores of your skin. Its energy radiates from within, outwardly. It's a sexual aura that sends out a bat signal to women that scream, "I'm virile," and man do they come chasing. The quality of life that inhabits the body determines the intelligence, strength, vitality, and future of that child. Females seek this out in a man subconsciously and are totally unaware. All they know is they feel a spark, heat, or there's just something about him. They can describe what they feel about that man, but rarely can they describe why. I've easily attracted women most guys would call dime pieces, but it's just normal to me. I don't get anxious because the power within me makes me very calm, collected, patient, and in control. I have sexual discipline. It is by far the most difficult challenge you will ever take on if you ever do, since most men don't. Everything else in life is easy compared to not ejaculating as well as not watching porn. You realize quickly that you are the prize because women start pursuing you in so many ways that I won't spoil the surprise for you. They make it so easy to take the next step that the whole game most men play no longer becomes necessary. Women instantly submit. I rarely get shit tests. They follow my lead and do as I say. I dress plain. My haircut is average. I'm not Balin by any means. And, yet, women can't get enough of me because, in their words, I'm so charming, full of personality. You also realize that all the bullshit society told you about male-female relationships was a lie and that all the hoops you thought you had to jump through were designed to keep you feminine. And the most powerful tool at their disposal is pornography and telling men that it's okay to bust a nut many times a week to clear the pipes and prevent prostate cancer. Money, cars, clothes, house, etc. None of that matters if you have and hold your sperm, which is your power and is what makes you masculine. Think of it this way. The reason why we attract to women is not just because of her looks, but because she shows signs of fertility which so happens to reflect in her looks. Wide hips, giving birth. Big breasts, feed the baby. Nice ass. Smooth soft skin, healthy. Long hair. We're attracted to those assets because of what it represents. Fertility. For us, it's more visual. For women, it's more energetic. Yes, they love a guy with muscles, but my own friend who is nothing but muscle saw with his own eyes one of his girlfriends desiring me, and I'm half his size and weight. Needless to say, he hasn't had me around his lady friend for a while, laughing. Gee, I wonder why? It's called semen retention. Watch the movie 40 Days and 40 Nights. That movie is no exaggeration. If you hold your semen, the rewards are beyond words. Women do react the way you see in that movie. It was the only movie I've seen that accurately described my experience, and many other men experience on semen retention and no porn. I should note, this isn't a magic pill. Most women will become very receptive, but in most cases, you'll still have to approach. This is cool because they've already said yes before you said a word. In some cases, they'll be a bit bolder if they can't help themselves, but usually, you still have to make the initial approach, which they make simple, fun, and easy to do. It no longer becomes a game. It just feels natural, as God intended. Challenge yourself to go 40 days, like the movie. Even better, 90 days. Don't get cocky. It is not easy. But, damn it, if you can pull it off your first time, I'll give you $20 cash out of my own pocket because I don't know any man who's been able to quit porn and not ejaculate for 90 days straight without screwing up at least once. It doesn't get easier either, but you get used to the feeling of being alive and powerful, that the feeling you get after you come no longer interests you, but the desire to do so is always there. It takes time to do this, but I assure you, I wouldn't type this long-ass response if it wasn't. Lastly, a lot of men will doubt this and say, placebo, bro. Or, it's all in your mind, man. I fucking wish. Do you think if I could get away with ejaculating all the time and feeling that wonderful feeling of release, without consequences, I wouldn't do it 24/7? Do you think if I could eat ice cream all day I wouldn't do it if it meant I wouldn't get fat and sick? Hell yeah, I would. Thing is, human life is designed that our actions have reactions and consequences. As men, we are doubly responsible because we are designed to be disciplined to recreate an orderly world, as above, so below. For us, freedom is in self-control. For women, freedom is in loss of control to a man who is in control of himself, first, his environment, his finances, his world, his reality. There were many times where I'd be in a bad mood, and attract women while on SR, and other times where I would be in a great mood after ejaculating and repel women. We are energy beings first, not the mind. Our mind is actually second to our heart. Our aura attracts the experiences we desire. This is why when people ask how I started making money in my business all of a sudden, I tell them, energy. All this think positive stuff is cool, but I know plenty of people who think positive but broke. Just like I know a lot of cool guys who think positive but have a hard time attracting women. It's all in the energy. Having a good mindset is beneficial, but I remember being painfully shy and awkward around women and they still wanted to be my girlfriend. Basically, the attraction has much less to do with our mindset than we think. What's the energy you're putting out into the world? That's what draws women in. That's what they feel. That's what they sense. And I don't know how they fucking know, but they can usually tell when you're doing something you shouldn't be doing behind the scenes. What's hidden in the dark always comes to light, and if you do manage to attract women in that condition, you're attracting the women you are. So, it will never be the women you want or think you want, but the women who vibe on your level. Want to increase your vibe and attract mentally and emotionally stable women, with morals, wife material, feminine, kind, sweet, submissive? You must allow your life force energy, sperm, your masculinity to build within you so those types of women who are drawn to that energy will come to you. So, stop with all this, placebo, or, it's in your mind, bullshit because if that's all it was, we would all be jacking off, watching porn and have sex all the damn time with no consequences. But we experience the consequences of these actions daily, and it fucks us up.